Oh hi, welcome back to this iconic channel where I help you become the most iconic version of yourself. Now before you go and watch this amazing video that I made for you, please subscribe and like this video. You know what to do. And the best way to connect with me, if you have anything to talk to me about, maybe what you ate recently, the new guy you're dating, you know, new ideas for my future videos, you can feel free to send me a DM on Instagram here, and I'll also link it down below. This video is really just meant to have a one-on-one, heart-to-heart, which is what I really wanted to make my videos like anyways in the beginning. I'll obviously make more videos on tips and tricks on different topics, but this video is just really meant to connect with you guys and get your thoughts on this topic that's been really freaking bothering me lately and just like getting on my last nerve. Okay, so my videos stopped recording suddenly and I had a freak out moment, but anyways, what a good reminder from the universe to keep calm in all situations. So as I was saying, a lot of our childhood and teenagehood and even adulthood is used to basically do things, make decisions on the agendas and advice of other people. I'm also still struggling to be able to beat to the sound of my own drum and be able to check in with myself and make those decisions that are actually going to be beneficial for how I feel about things, how I want to proceed with important decisions in my life, and ultimately how I want to live my life. Even if you start to decide on things that make you feel more aligned with your truth, more aligned with the things that you ultimately want to do, I find that a lot of times we somehow go back to a place where we feel like we're doing something wrong, even though we're making decisions based on what we truly desire and want. An example of this is when I was growing up, I wanted to go into fashion. It was very apparent to me early on that I loved clothes. When I was growing up, I remember I would just go into my mom's closet because I didn't have money to buy my own clothes, or I literally had no concept of what buying my own clothes was anyways. I would go into her closet and just pick out things that were way too big for me, but somehow I would have so much fun just creating new looks for school, even though I was literally in elementary school and no one really gave a shit about what I was wearing. But in my mind, I was like, I need to wear a different outfit every day. I need a different pair of shoes. You know, I can't show up like a peasant to grade 6. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who's creative knows what I'm saying. And whether or not I knew if I really wanted a career in fashion specifically, I knew that that was the direction that my heart was kind of guiding me towards. When it came time to decide on what I wanted to study post high school, I was thinking obviously about all of these fashion schools in Canada, in the US. I had thought about, you know, taking fashion marketing or becoming a stylist or even like becoming a fashion designer or whatever, right? You don't really even know what you want at that point. So yeah. But for some reason, I chose business school. And I know exactly why I chose to go to business school, and it's not because I loved it. It wasn't even like I knew it would bring me to a place that I felt happier, or it was something that I would enjoy studying. I literally convinced myself that business school was the next exciting step for me after high school because I had a big fear of not having money in the future. And obviously a lot of our decisions are, one, based on what other people want for us, and two, a lot of times rooted from a place of fear and fear of what may or may not happen if we do the thing that we know makes us happy but might seem like has more risks. So I decided on business school because I thought, you know, I can use a marketing degree in fashion but I can't necessarily use a fashion marketing degree in other aspects of business and marketing. What is this funky thing my hair is doing? So what a great way to just justify making the wrong decision. That's another thing. I feel like a lot of us justify things and justify wrong decisions as a way to make us feel better that we didn't do the thing that we ultimately wanted to do. We're like, oh, like if I wanted a boyfriend who loves and cares about me, it's completely fine, because like even though this guy I'm with treats me like trash, at least he's hot.
Am I wrong?
Fast forward to I finished business school, and like obviously I was grateful for that experience. I've learned a lot, and I would not be who I am today without going through those 4 or 5 years of schooling at that specific school and in that specific discipline. But obviously after you graduate and you're more attuned with who you are, hopefully you're able to make decisions about your life a lot easier, because I'm a grown-ass human at this point and I can make my own decisions. Okay, I wasted 4 years of my life studying what other people wanted me to study, and so now I'm able to decide on what I want. Okay, so I'm like, what better way to do that, to honor my love for fashion, than to become a
Fashion influencer.
Yeah, no. So that brings me to this point where I've explored, you know, becoming a famous fashion influencer and like all that stuff, and then mix in with my need to be the best in everything I do, because unless I'm the best, there's no point in doing it, right? That's literally such a toxic way to think, but it's something I'm definitely still working on. Anyways, I'm rambling. But going into the fashion influencer scene and like doing all that, obviously it had its highs and lows, and it's been really fun, very rewarding in certain aspects, but also very disappointing and traumatizing in other ways. I find myself in a place after all of that where I feel like maybe I made the wrong choice. This is where it gets interesting, because I literally did the thing that I wanted to do, right? After all of these years of doing things that other people kind of wanted for me instead of what I truly wanted,
which is fine.
And then getting to a place where I feel like I can finally choose to do what I want. And I do it, and then I'm still feeling those feelings that I should be doing what other people want from me, and this might not be the right path for me. As I've been thinking about why I'm feeling this way, I just want to share some of the insight that might be helpful to you, you know, in clarifying things that you might be feeling. I'm not sure, but I'm sharing them anyways. The number one thing that I kind of realized after this thought process was going on, you know, marinated a little bit, thought about it, we could be doing things that are right for us and are things that we want, and we're working towards becoming better in those things, and we will succeed in those things at some point when we put in that work and effort and passion, is that you will feel kind of like a fraud. And maybe not necessarily completely like a fraudulent person, but you will feel like something is off. Why you feel this way is because we've been told growing up that we should be a certain way. We should have a stable job. We shouldn't have dreams that are way too unrealistic and like often nowhere land, and nobody, or like only a select few people in this world have done that thing successfully. And we shouldn't be doing something that doesn't make us a ton of money, or at least enough for us to get a beautiful house and a car, or like whatever you've been told from your parents and your friends and your community. We're just told that if what we're doing is not those things, we're doing something wrong, which does affect us growing up. Don't think that what other people say and do don't affect you. And I think that's why, even though I'm doing all these things and I'm seeing myself progress and I'm seeing, you know, different results from my actions, I feel like I may be doing something wrong in the back of my mind. Because it's not conventional and it's not what I've been told I should be doing with my life.